Hi everyone! Number 43 in the Queen 50 series. I guess, wow, I'm almost to the end. This one is entitled Breakthrough, and it says, Breakthrough was written by Freddie Mercury and Roger Taylor, but credited to Queen. The single reached number 7 in the UK and peaked at number 6 in the Netherlands and Ireland, but failed to chart in the US. The album version of the song begins with 30 seconds of slow vocal harmony. It was apparently written by Freddie Mercury for a different song, which ended up never being released. I'm just sitting here trying to imagine, because I kind of have a feeling for Freddie's music writing now, and I'm thinking slow vocal harmony, this could be really, really beautiful, couldn't it? A different song entitled When Love Breaks Up. It then abruptly changes to a fast-paced rocker that was written by Roger Taylor. Freddie said, it's the prime example of what we were talking about before. I mean, the track Breakthrough sort of stemmed from Roger, really. It's basically his track. But the sort of a cappella vocal bit in front was from someone else. As we've said, we have 30 tracks, and that was a little piece that I thought was quite good, and I didn't want it to go amiss. And I just said, oh well, we'll just put it in front of Breakthrough. It's basically another song. Sort of seemed to go away quite nicely, so we just snipped it. Almost a literal cut and paste job, isn't it? Well, sometimes those work really well. And, well, from what I know, Queen does everything quite well. So let's see how it sounds. Does work, doesn't it? It's a bit of an abrupt change, but the whole now is what holds it, doesn't it? It makes everything work there. I'm going to hear that again just because, well, you might have picked up by now, I love choral music. I love vocal harmony. It's just part of the music that I love. Regardless the style, it's beautiful. So here we go. When love breaks up, when the dawn light wakes up, a new life is born. Your face fills my mind. I get religion quick, 'cause you're looking divine. Honey, you're touching something, you're touching me. I'm under your thumb, under your spell. Can't you see? If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. Oh yeah. Breakthrough. These barriers of pain Okay, this is it's classic Queen in a lot of ways, but it certainly is a one of their hard rocking songs. It has this charging ahead energy to it, and the percussion and the bass is really in front of our faces, center of our ears, isn't it? I one of the things that stood out to me in this first section was that all of that, and then behind it we have this organ playing in a very slow, extended harmonic sustain. And it gives this interesting depth to the piece because we feel like we see all this activity happening in front of our eyes, but then set further back behind it all, there's a calm and a peacefulness behind it on top of which everything is happening. And for some reason, it just really caught my ear this time, is that organ there. Well, of course, it's probably a synthesizer. I don't think it's an actual organ they have going, but anyway, it's an organ sound, so I'm going to call it organ. And then this breakthrough now comes back, which is a good thing because otherwise that first one might have felt a little bit patchwork. But now they've used it again, and that means that I feel like everything is really congealing and holding together as a piece. Slow, fast, calm in the back, hectic on the front, and this urgency. I'm kind of scanning through the lyrics as we're going along, and I feel like it's a sort of lyrical collection of ideas, but not necessarily. I mean, even just the first couple of lines. When love breaks up, when the dawn light wakes up, a new life is born. Somehow I have to make this final breakthrough now. It's not like a continuous line of developing thought. It's more a little here, a little there, and we start to build a picture and an idea of everything going around. So, all right, let's keep going.
Oh yeah. Your smile speaks books to me. I break up with each and every one of your looks. Honey, you're starting something deep inside of me. Honey, you're sparking something this far of me. I'm out of control. I wanna rush headlong into this ecstasy. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking of this question that Vlad asked me. What does this... It's a little bit influenced by the lyrics, of course, but it's primarily the music. But this idea that if I could only make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. And then I wake up, I feel fine. Your face chills my spine. You know, the feeling of how this makes me or this person feel. So with those two little things kind of thrown in the mix, and then the music and everything, I get the impression that this is maybe and this is probably too mundane of an image really, but I get the idea that this person wakes up and he's desperate. He or she is desperate to do something to make the person they love just feel amazing and bring a spark to their day. And so they're running around frantically trying to, do this, do that. What is it? Make breakfast, clean the house, mow the yard, everything. And there's this perpetual activity and always the hope that maybe this is the thing that will make you just come alive when you see it. Anyway, probably kind of a boring image, but it's what came to mind in this moment.
Well, I can understand since in the US you don't really use trains. But when I first listened to this song, I immediately pictured myself a train in motion, and you will see during the live session on Patreon when you watch the clip, it's a train.
Okay, that makes sense too, now that you tell me, right? Train was the furthest from my mind, but it does have that train chugging. Okay, here we go.
That would really be a breakthrough. Oh yeah. Breakthrough.
This is good.
If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough.
Okay, now that I have this picture of a train in my mind, makes me feel completely different about the song. And, okay, let's make sure I don't forget to say anything, because first, before I talk about that, I noticed here, and also at the beginning, this sort of panting with Freddie's voice. I've never heard him do that before in a piece of music, but it's working really well in this almost like he's running to keep up, or it's the excitement of being on a train, or it's the engine puffing. Speaking of train songs, don't hold me to this, because I don't think that I could prove it, but I have been told that the first real train song in music was by a classical composer, Mikhail Glinka, who's a Russian composer. And he's kind of considered the father of the Russian compositional style. But he wrote a piece of music called The Traveler's Song, and it is for solo male voice with piano. And it's so interesting thinking of that one in the back of my mind and listening to this, because they have, of course, they're both imitating the train, and you'd be surprised at the similarities. Well, Glinka's is this rapid fire singing, speaking of Russian language. I don't listen to rap, but I would say that you're spitting out words probably close to as fast as rappers do. It's considered a challenge and loads of fun. Maybe I'll have Vlad put a link, because it'd be a fun comparison. But okay, back to this one. Now that I'm thinking, train song, breakthrough, and a new life is born. All of these lines of thought. I'm thinking of it less as a relationship between two persons, and more as perhaps the relationship between, I don't know, the engineer and his train. And and the feeling of exhilaration he gets and the love he has for this machine that he's operating. As a child, I thought trains were just the most incredible creatures on the face of the earth. They fascinated me, and especially the old steam trains, and I still kind of get a bit excited when I see a train. I've never lived near the tracks, so I guess I never got tired of them. But this incredible machine that is so much bigger than us little human beings. And I can imagine some little child who's grown up dreaming of trains and being an engineer, and finally, he is an engineer, and he has a train to pilot of his own responsibility, and he knows every little detail of that machine, front to back, inside and out, and it gives him such excitement and makes it feel so wonderful, especially in the morning, when the new dawn light wakes up, a new life is born, and then all of this, if I could only reach you, if I could only make you smile. The idea that if this machine could only respond to the all that I love to do with it and for it, and the way it makes me feel. So there, I've just completely changed my view on the song right in the middle with one little fact. Comment.
Should I say I'm sorry?
No, you shouldn't. I enjoy it because my first idea was, you could tell it was kind of okay, but I knew it didn't quite fit. But I hadn't come to something that really made sense yet. And now suddenly, with that little comment, the whole piece fell in place for me. A lot of fun. I'm going to go back and listen to maybe just a little bit of it, the opening again, with that in mind, and a short wait, maybe the first verse.
When love breaks up, when the dawn light wakes up, a new life is born. Somehow
wouldn't it have been kind of cool? I know this opening wasn't written for this piece, so I can't blame them for not thinking of it. They just patched it together. Wouldn't it have been kind of cool if somewhere in this a cappella they had some of the train horn sounds just thrown in there, using the voices to create those harmonies? That would be fun. Anyway, it's not there.
I wake up,
We're on our way.
feel just fine. Your face.
So what is this organ now to me? Because now it's different. To me now, we are traveling in a train, and it's the landscape that is out the window, kind of distant, and of course it's flying by, but it's in place. We're the ones moving, and so it's somehow that calm, peaceful, pastoral scenery out the window that is unchanging, and we're traveling with the train.
Feel just fine. Your face fills my mind. I get religion quick. Is it looking divine? Honey, you're touching something. You're touching me. I'm under your thumb, under your spell. Can't you see? If I could only
I'm under your thumb, I'm under your spell. spell. You're touching something deep inside of me. Just imagine relating to a train in that sort of childlike fascination. Kind of like I'm in love with my car, right? Well, this isn't actually coming out and saying I'm in love with my train. That maybe not be quite so catchy for some reason.
Your spell, can't you see? If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough.
If I could only reach you, if I could only make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. What if you could just come to life as a person in front of me? Yeah, this is great.
Only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. Oh yeah. Breakthrough. These barriers of pain. Breakthrough. To the sunshine from the rain. Make my feelings known towards you. Turn my heart inside and out for you now. Somehow I had to make this final breakthrough.
And this guitar. It's kind of going whoa, 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 almost like the excitement and the feeling of dizziness. And then
Your smile speaks books to me. Break up with each and every one of your lips.
and his voice.
Starting some
His voice has such a presence. It's like it's coming from his toes all the way up through him there, doesn't it?
break up with each and every one of your lips. Honey, you're starting something deep inside of me. Honey, you're sparking something this far of me.
I like the guitar here.
I'm out of control. I wanna rush headlong into this ecstasy. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough.
What is that? Are those the flashing lights on the tracks, or the pulling the chain for the horn? Speaking of wishing for it in the voices somewhere.
I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough.
I like the way the guitar is just roaring along with the train, and then when it gets to break through, it cuts off as if something has broken there. There's a bit of a breakthrough.
If I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a breakthrough. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then the tonality changes, not the tonality, the tone color. The guitar is almost playing with a sort of a balalaika sound to it, isn't it? Or at least style.
If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile.
This piece really sounds like it's a journey, and they're traveling, and we're just moving along. And this idea of a breakthrough, I'm still playing with it in my mind. What is this song really about, and how is it? I guess it's open to a lot of different possibilities, isn't it? But all through up until this point, it's felt like we're traveling, we're traveling, we're traveling. We're almost there, we're getting there, and we're going further, and we're traveling and traveling, and we're hoping for the final breakthrough, whatever that is, right? Now, just in this moment here, this past few seconds of the music, it almost feels like we're coming to the end of the journey. Things are wrapping up a bit, and it's not because I see on the progress bar that we're close to the end. It's the way the music comes back around and starts bringing everything to a close.
If I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be. If I could only reach you, if I could make you smile, if I could only reach you, that would really be a
And you know how it is on a train? Standing by by the tracks, and the train is passing, and as it comes, the pitch of the horn is higher, but then as it goes, it drops. Listen to this guitar here.
could only reach you, that would really be a
Beep, 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 beep. The train has passed us now. Well, whatever it's about, it's very much alive and full of the passion and power that is Queen, that is Freddie, and his voice is just doing incredible things here. Now, I understand that this was during the period in which he was aware that he was sick, but they hadn't made it public. And so the band knew, he knew, and I've heard and read some comments about how he struggled with his voice, some vocal damage and stuff towards the end of his life. I don't know if that's here or later down the road, but regardless whether he was struggling or not, it's powerful and it's colorful and it's alive in this song, and it's really, really incredible that way. I love all the different shades and colors and tones and the passion and the expressive quality that he brings to it. I haven't commented about the bass, which is kind of funny because it's so in the front of everything. It's a pop 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 pop. It's what gives it the chugging along with the drums, but the bass is really there. Pop 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 pop. And you might notice if you listen to the Glinka piece as well that the piano is serving that sort of chugging along, but the voice is also creating the chugging quality in the way it is being sung. And maybe compare the bass here with the vocal line of the Glinka piece, just for a bit of a fun game. Yeah, and I was just thinking there's another piece that this kind of reminds me of. This is a much more positive and hopeful piece. The other one that I've listened to is Jethro Tull's
Locomotive breath.
Locomotive Breath, yes. Funny that this one actually has some locomotive breath in it, right? But Jethro Tull's also was a train journey, but it was meant to express something a little bit more troubling and worrisome. But still, here we have two different train songs in the rock genre that I've listened to. And I'm sure there are a lot more, actually. So maybe it would be a fun little project to dig up as many as possible. If you have any to suggest that you think are really great, drop them in the comments. Can't promise I'll get to them, but it would be fun to try. So here we have Breakthrough. And I'm going to call it a train song. I'll see you soon.